Our inspirational reading today, I'm taking from two different quotations here. One is from, and they're both from our pink books, which we call our pink books because they're pink. And we also call them our love scriptures. There are gentle messages from the present day Jesus through an anonymous group. And so I am reading from one of the books called Jesus Love on page 17. And it says, "For each has, in their own way, to contact the Christ and to contact me. Some shall see, some shall speak, some shall hear, some shall feel. Some shall love in a way they have never loved before, and serve with an intensity that they have never served with before. Do not say that you had no gift, because it is not the same gift as another's. For your own gift you will not see, for you are on the inside looking out. You will not see the radiance that you give the world, but others shall see it in you. So let it come through and thank God." And from the other pink book, Love Answers All, page 32. "I fill your heart with love that you may know that you are a living Christ. Now is the time to send your love light out to the world. This message is very simple. This message brings me great joy. Open your heart to my love." And today it is my great honor and pleasure to introduce one of our ministers here at the Teaching of the Inner Christ. She has been with the Teaching of the Inner Christ for at least, or over 60 years. And she has served in many capacities. She is an assistant minister here at the Teaching of the Inner Christ. She's a healer and a teacher, and she is a person to go to if you want help with anything. So, here to speak today on God's greatest gift, love, please welcome with me Reverend Brigitte Heimers. Thank you, Jennifer. Wow. What an introduction. So the title is God's Greatest Gift, Love. And I'd like to read to you today's today's daily word. It is claiming, excuse me, claiming dominion. I am calm and confident. So it says, I am powerful spiritual being. I am a powerful spiritual being, endowed with dominion, the authority to take command of my thoughts, words, and actions. And so it also tells us here, even as I work to change my circumstances, I remember I am not constituted by what is happening around me. Claiming dominion, I choose my response in all situations, and I live with poise and with confidence.
and later on it says, I claim dominion over my thoughts and feelings. And when I recognize limiting thoughts, I train myself to affirm my spiritual power and freedom. So this is a wonderful message today on this particular Sunday. The idea is dominion. So I had some difficulties reading today. So we had motion number 2, our pastor's message said the last 2 lines in our message in our pastor's message today, and we also have Reverend Marianne Kelly with the last 2 lines in her message. But love is more than a box of chocolates in the
Yeah.
So what does love then look like? My short but honest answer is I don't know. I don't know, and I would have the same answer if somebody would ask me what does air look like. We can read about love, we can read about everything, but the stronger result would be when we, quote, experience the love, when we know deep inside that love is the essence of who we truly are. Let me begin by sharing the prologue with you. The book Love Answers All. Again, we already heard these are called pink messages. They are actually messages from the present Jesus through a group that is channeling. So the prologue is actually a good way to start the day. It says, take heart, look up, for the dawn is breaking. A wonderful new day is beginning. Let your mind be open. Let your heart be lifted up. Look into the future. Look into the future. Unafraid, for I am with you. I hold your hand. I walk shoulder to shoulder with you, out of the dead past into the bright and living future. Have no fear. The journey will be joyous and filled with love. And then Jesus says, let's begin. So this is the book Love Answers All. These pink books, as we call them, they are through a group of adult sensitives known as the Brotherhood of the Followers of the Present Jesus. And that is an anonymous part of the teaching. And Jesus said there, take heart, look up, for the dawn is breaking. I've already read that, but I want to repeat it a wonderful new day is beginning. Let your mind be open. Let your heart be filled. Let your heart be lifted up. Look into the future, unafraid, for I am there with you. I hold your hand. I walk shoulder to shoulder with you, out of the dead past into the bright and living future. However, have no fear. The journey will be joyous and filled with love. And then Jesus says, let's begin. So the dawn is breaking. That is to say, a new year is opening for us. The beginning of a new year is an exciting a time for setting goals, also for letting go, and for looking to the future, all of which is somehow indicated in this month's Sunday celebrations. Our claim is the gift of love is the title for our Sunday services. But before we put the past behind us, let's remember the important things we have learned last year. And there might be different things for each one of us here in this room. In general, however, I suggest that the challenges we might have learned through facing them, healing with whatever life presented to us. We might have awakened to our own sacred message through the inner center at which we are. I am self, or Christ self, that God brings within us, who loves us, as we have heard, unconditionally. Connection with our I am self, or even new contacts. We might have relearned other things as well. For instance, the importance of loving and of letting others love us in return. The value of forgiveness in many of our relations, all of which led to important breakthroughs in living, I am sure. More important of all, we might have learned that we can always start over, so that each moment is a new beginning, filled with possibilities. So let us this morning build on those ideas, especially in light of self-leadership. When we lead ourselves with love, it simply means to lead ourselves from the Christ level of awareness, to lead ourselves from the heart. So the heart then is the center of our being, and of course it is much more than that also. The primary activity of the heart is love, which is continually going forth of itself to ecstatic jubilation. in truth, God is love, the eternally self-giving, self-contemplating power of the universe. And so this divine love is impersonal. It is nothing more and nothing less than all of life giving to itself. So true love is all inclusive. Since we are self-aware beings of life, our primary mandatory primary mandate, therefore, is to love unconditionally, to love as God loves, and to lead ourselves with this God love, this Christ love. Now you might say, humanly, we are incapable of this arrangement because it is not something we can do easily. And of course, if you say that, I would say you are right. But remember, we can ask for help. We can ask for help. We are never alone. Love is a state of consciousness, which we develop by yielding to the presence of the loving spirit within us, which is our life, and by constantly understanding, as Jesus did, show us, I of myself cannot do anything, but the Father within us does the work. So the indwelling presence loves as us. So in conclusion, send love into every adventure, into every corner of our life. In this way, the warmth of infinite love radiates from our heart and into and through the chill of the discord and separation. So this is having ourselves, this is leading ourselves with love to open to experience. Speaks love, speaks light. This is God leading from within as we listen to our I am self or our Christ self, expressing God's greatest gift, the gift of love. So I want to thank you this morning for your attention and enjoy a great, wonderful year ahead. It's still a very young year. We are only in the month of February. So thank you.